Right, golfers, let's show you why this drill's helping so many people hit their driver longer, straighter, and giving them a more kind of focused practice where they're not wasting time just whacking shots. You need your driver, and just a spare club on the ground. So I've just got an 8-iron on the ground here, and if I set up to this ball, so I'm going to be aiming here, I'm putting this line parallel to the line I'm trying to aim the ball along, so we're basically getting parallel lines here, but it's right on the tip of my lead toe and just in front of me, this club. And what this club's going to do, it's going to influence where I want my follow through to go, and I mean with my trail arm and the club. And by influencing where that is going to end up, I will start preparing for that end position in backswing, downswing. So you're going to influence what goes before backswing, downswing by trying to get in a set outcome. Think about that. Let's say I want to jump over this ball. So I want to jump over this ball. I do things prior to the actual event to make that happen. I look at what I'm going to land on. I think of what I'm going to launch off. I take a stance. I bend and push to then jump. So the action is influenced by the outcome, and that's so common in so many golf things. So the outcome for me is trying to get in a position relative to this club. So it would make no sense to swing certain ways because that's not going to work. So I am trying on my follow through to line my trail arm up with this club and the shaft of the club. So I'm trying to get this arm across my chest, out in front of me in a way that's going to reflect a downswing that's coming from a similar position. So in effect, on the way down, my lead arm's lining up with this and the club, and then on the way through, my trail arm is lining up with the club on the floor and my club that I'm swinging. If you now try this idea, so if you can get a club on the ground, I want you just to take a backswing where you kind of whip it in here, and think about what kind of patterns of follow through that might create. So anyone who's doing these old big snap hooks, well, my lead arm's out in front of me and the club's kind of out there, or it could be lining up, so I get this kind of contradiction between lead arm and club. Vice versa, you're someone who slices the ball a lot, which is a lot of you. The idea of this position won't make much sense. You're going to want to be kind of in here, so my arm's way across my chest and the club's kind of doubling back, again creating this kink. That's not going to help you get a good release pattern to try and get some straighter drives. This drill, trying to practice in the garden at home where you're lining these up on the way through in a way that gets you releasing that club and releasing your arm, is really going to help you mimic or influence, I should say, what happens this way. And the main point, the game with this idea, is to make sure you do as many in the correct position as you do the incorrect position. The more you can feel the variations of this finish, the more you'll feel the variations of backswings that need to be made to try and mimic or get into those positions. It is a great way of really changing what you do in your swing by influencing the outcome to try and influence the outcome of the shot. Now, what you can also then do when you're out on the course and you can't put something down while someone else is getting ready to hit their shot, you could look for other straight lines, like this cut line of the tee. So I'm just going to do a few practice swings here while someone's getting ready, or I'm on the tee before them doing my rehearsals to try and get that idea into each shot. And if you do this enough, you'll start seeing straight lines on the way through, more parallel lines. I can see that the club and the arm here is parallel to that line, so I'm going to work it in to my practice swing to then apply it to each shot. And applying it to each shot is where you're going to get that consistency of practice out onto the course, and you're going to hit shots like that. Yes, please. If you want to find out more about how to hit your driver straight, this video here covers it a bit more in detail with some ideas on the backswing that might help you even influence this downswing a little bit more. Let me know if it helps.